Okay, just come in the mail just now. Surprisingly, on today's Columbus Day, off sick today, unfortunately, but this perks me up a little bit. I didn't sleep hardly at all last night, so up. This arrived, and this looks pretty nice. This is the Millcreek 50 movie classic, horror classics. It's in Price, Boris Karloff, Bela Lugosi, Lon Chaney Jr., and many, many more favorites. I saw the back of this, so that's pretty cool. Take a look here and see the amazing Mr. X. Let's see if I can get this thing to focus in. There we go. The ape. Let's see some of this is on here. The bat with Vincent Price. Black Dragons with Bela Lugosi. The Corpse Vanishes with Bela Lugosi. Doomed to Die with Boris Karloff. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde with John Barrymore. The Fatal Hour with Boris Karloff. House on Haunted Hill, Vincent Price. Hunchback of Notre Dame, Lon Chaney Sr. Indestructible Man, Lon Chaney Jr. Invisible Ghost, Bela Lugosi. At the top. The Last Man on Earth. Max Schreck, Nosferatu. One Body Too Many, Bela Lugosi. The Phantom of the Opera, Lon Chaney Sr. The Terror, Boris Karloff. Melvin Douglas and the Vampire Bat. And a White Zombie, Bela Lugosi, among many others. Pardon me. So I know how these things are packaged. You got 50 different DVDs in here. If I can open this. Here we go. And they're all like this. You know, very plain. This one doesn't have what some of the other ones have. Take it back. It does have the booklet. Nice. This is really what you want with this, because otherwise, even though they're labeled on this thing, and I'm going to take probably a marker and label on the outside of this plastic, 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. But so you know what disc you're dealing with. It's on there, but it's just going to be so much easier. And then this book lists all the movies with a synopsis of each one. So if you've seen one in your youth, perhaps, like perhaps I have, say Black Dragons, you can see the plot, see the year, the plot, and so on and so forth. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah. Carnival of Souls is here. Yeah. A lot of stuff here. So that's a must there, this the booklet. Yeah, and then each disc has these flipper discs. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. Let's see what it says on this thing. This is on side A. Yeah, I guess it must have to be flipper discs, right? Because 50 movies, there's not 50 discs there, is there? 25 discs there. Let me see here. Let me just take a look here and see what they say here. Yeah, you gotta have pretty good eyes to read these. But side A, hello. I'll try that again. See if we'll zoom in on that or not. I don't know. Or not. He wants to see the. Yeah, it wants to see some other stuff, so it's not going to zoom. Anyway, the mirror confuses it. Confuses me too. Yeah, there's a side A and side B on each of these, which is fine. I mean, for $9.99 on Amazon, you really can't complain. You get 50 classic movies, all in black and white. I'm assuming. I know on some of on the sci-fi ones you get some color ones mixed in here, but these are pretty older ones here. These are all the classics. I shouldn't say all the classics. These are all classics. So I'm really looking forward to checking some of these out. It is, after all, the month of horror. And I've been watching some horror myself. The Night of the Demons. Halloween 2, the Rob Zombie one was on the other day. I watched that. I don't own a lot of horror. I own some Criterion horror. I own some classic horror in Universal Monsters, I own this piece and the sci-fi piece, which to me, sci-fi horror is pretty sweet. You know, I own Aliens and things like that. But I don't own as much of the modern-day horror, a la Saw, even Night of the Living Dead. I do own The Evil Dead, but not the Night of the Living Dead, or any of the variety thereof. So I'm happy with the classic horror here. A lot of black and white stuff. I'm doing some cheese in here, no doubt, but I kind of like cheese when it comes to horror. Anyway, be checking it out, and that's the classic horror set from Millcreek. And you know, by the way, if you've heard anything about Millcreek, and I've watched some of the sci-fi ones, these are pretty decent. I mean, considering what you're getting, considering that it's a, you know, that it's a, how do I want to say, bare bones edition, it actually is pretty sweet on the picture quality and the sound. It's not bad at all. It's better than you would think. It's not to say it's going to be equivalent of an HD release or something. No, you're not going to be fooled. These are still old movies, but overall, you know, the quality much better than I would have thought. So let's see if this fits in like the sci-fi ones do. I usually prefer it to stick. Yeah, it stays right in there. It's a lot easier. Yeah, and like I said, this is a pretty sweet set. The quality is going to look something like what it looks like there, which is, you know, decent. And you get some of these classic shows here. Like the Phantom of the Opera with Lon Chaney Sr., which I don't own. And Nosferatu with Max Schreck, which I also don't own. Pretty sweet. It all has Metropolis on here, by the way. Fritz Lang's Metropolis, which I own. Better set in, but still. To have it here as part of this package is pretty nice. So that's the anniversary edition. That's what it's going to look like on the side of your, which I think looks pretty nice. I'll get that plastic off. And I'm happy with it. This is a 12-disc set. I'm going to guess there's more than 12 discs here from the look of it. But I could be wrong. I guess we'll find out. All right, guys. Horror Classic, whether it's 12-disc set or more. Could be 12, I guess. Let's see. 12? Yeah, it's about 12 discs, I guess. So 12-disc set, 50 movies. So they're going to be 2 on some, and some will have 3. But pretty sweet looking, if you ask me. Real happy with it, and happy to add it to my collection. It'll go nicely alongside the 2 sci-fi ones that I've got. All right, guys, that's it for now. Thanks.